What's up, troops? I got this painting going right now. Going live. We're going to see if Neilion's around or if anybody else wants to talk, but I'm sure Neilion's around. We're just talking. I started a lot later tonight than I wanted to, but I needed to keep to my word. I said I was going to go live tonight, went live this morning by accident to start this painting, actually. And yeah, it's uh, it's time, man. It's time. Got home late because I had a little incident. Well, not an incident, just, I got to just watch my credit cards a lot more, like all the reoccurring billing, because I had a gym membership that I was paying for that I didn't even know about at a local gym here in town. So um, I ended up going there tonight to one of the owners had a class, ran a class, and we worked everything out. So it's perfect. It just kept me from starting when I wanted to start. So I'm going to try to get as much of this painting done. I wanted to hopefully get it done tonight. And you guys know when I get it done, I mean, for you guys, it's it's pretty good. Like you're gonna see what this thing makes, what the story behind this painting is. But it's not done. Like I can't put it in you know, the camera is different. In real life, you could see all the mistakes. You could see like the paint isn't, it needs another layer, right? But this whole philosophy that I have with this black and white work, there's no grays, there's no nothing. It's just shadow and light, black and white. And the philosophy is the mental health philosophy that I go by, which is we have to have darkness in order to really appreciate the light. Because if anything, everything was light and beautiful and not specked, nothing wrong, we would never appreciate it, right? We would never appreciate it. So it's the darkness, it's the things you go through, it's the things that you think screw up the painting or your life that actually makes you stronger. That is that blessing in disguise. That is that, how do I want to say it? Almost like it's a superpower. Those things that we think are our downfall or are, what we're not good at is actually our superpower when we can figure it out. So that is what it's about. Where's how you guys doing? Where's Neilion? Let's get him over here. I should have texted him, let him know. Hope you guys are doing good. I'm coming off of some bad, bad, bad nerve damage on the right side. For those that know I've been dealing with that for years. I had a surgery to fix my C3 up to C6, so C3, C4. Boom, metal in there, separating them because they're severely pinching a couple nerves that were hindering my right arm. And everything is like, it's all this blessing in disguise. I got to relearn how to paint again. But in that time, I got into computer graphics and everything that I was doing when I was younger in school, but actually like focused on it this time and really learned how to come up with some amazing designs that I feel are, impactful, that mean something to me. Like a lot of these paintings you see behind me, they're okay. They're what got me started, right? They got me started in these paintings, but they're not like these ones that I got coming now for us. They don't have a story like these ones I got coming now for us. So, and I know I don't got the best setup here because you guys can't really see my painting or what's going on, but you will. And we're going to figure this out as we go because that's what we do. We figure things out. But yeah, Neilion, we'll talk about some stuff, mental health and everything. He's my buddy, my brother, actually. We talk everything mental health and stories and fun and, what are you into and fuck around with each other. I don't know if I could swear, but you know what? It is what it is. Yeah, so right now I'm just kind of, I already got it drawn out. It's just now I'm putting the black in. And I've always loved kind of artwork that you needed a moment to see what it was. You need to step back from it. You couldn't see it all when you're up close. This is the artwork I do. When you're up close to it, you have no idea what it is. But when you get far away from it, well, not far, but enough distance, you'll see what it is. And it looks extremely detailed, even though it's just a bunch of up close. It just looks like, take a look. Look for yourself. A lot of just gibberish, but it'll come together. I'll see how much I can get done. I got an early clients tomorrow, so I don't know what I'll be able to do. Let me see if I could invite Neely on. It's all good. If he comes, he comes. I'll see him. But let's get to this, okay? Let's keep on this. Got a little bit of sniffles. I don't know where those came from. Better not be getting sick. And I'm just rushing through this with this brush. I'm gonna go detailed after, but I just really want to show you guys what this is. I'm really excited about. It's like a series of art that I'm doing to kind of talk in a way about the problems in this world that I can't really describe myself. Well, I can, but they're not really going to have the impact that art will, you know, my art, this kind of art. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. This morning I was messing around with TikTok, just getting it prepared for tonight to come on. It's supposed to be on at 10:30. We are in a place, I don't know where you guys are at, but we're in a place where it's 12 midnight here. We're past 12. So I'm like an hour and a half late from when I wanted to go on. So if Neil Leon doesn't come on, I totally get it because he's 2 hours ahead of where I live. But there's no better guy, man. I don't know if you guys met him. There's no better guy. Just caring for everybody. Just wants everybody to do well. And he's got a very unique superpower that he's working on. And I can't wait till he figures it out. I can't wait till he figures it out. But we all got struggles, man. All got struggles. They're all different. None are worse or easier or harder. You know, they're all struggles. And I feel people, man. I feel the struggle, and I just want them to get through it. And I strongly believe that struggle, that thing that you think you're going through, that thing that you hate about yourself, if you can harness it, if you can figure that out, it's actually going to be your superpower. It's going to be what separates you. I wish I would have known that when I was younger. But trust me, if you can figure out about that thing that you hate about yourself, a lot of it's ego. A lot of it's that destruction of ego we got to go through to find yourself, that oneness. I don't know if you guys are into. I'm into Japanese philosophy, ancient Japanese culture, and Miyamoto Musashi, the Five Rings, Sun Tzu, the Art of War. I love that. I think that's the pinnacle of what we should be doing or thinking about or trying to become is just one with ourselves before anything else, before who we're trying to be. Because a lot of us, I was this person trying to be somebody else, and I'm still struggling with it. I got to humble myself constantly or catch myself. But I'll just keep looking at the screen, make sure Leon's not trying to get through. And if you guys have any questions, I'll try to take a look too every now and then. It's just kind of hard when I'm painting. The painting I was doing earlier was kind of standard painting, on the board, upright. I just have a hard time with those, man. I have a hard time with those, especially the way I'm painting, really watered down, takes a few layers. The paint's just running everywhere. But until I get people to talk to and stuff, it's probably the most boring channel. So I don't, it doesn't offend me if you guys are like, what is this guy doing? This is so boring. Out of here. Yeah, there's tons of other creators, I bet you, that are doing funner shit than this. But I bet you, I'm not going to even go anywhere with that one. Tons of other creators better than this. But I'm getting there, man. I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there. Because we got some. We got some here. And you know what? It's meaningful. And I wish I could tell you what it is, but I really can't. Not because I don't want to. It's just I can't. You got to see it. So I got to get this done as much of it as I can, anyways, where you can actually see what I'm trying to, create here. I got the next one for tomorrow night too. So that's why I got to finish this one tonight. And I got an early morning clients tomorrow, and my bed's already ready. I already got like the TV. I already got everything like set to like when I get in there, everything's set to go. So it's like I don't even have to really think. I could just go right to like my bedtime kind of routine, you know? So you got me, man. You got me. Let's do this. See how much of this I can get done, so at least you can see something. You could see. You can see. You can just see and maybe understand a little bit of what's going on in this head of mine, and maybe understand a little bit of why. What is going on in this world? Are we in crazy land? Like, what is happening? For one, why is there gambling everywhere now? I'll tell you a little story about myself. I don't know if you guys care, but whatever. It's my channel, so I'm going to tell you a little story about myself. I was in the military. I'm a veteran. It's a shitty time. That's another story. This one time, during a shitty time, I was in base Stadacona, right? It's a Navy base in Canada, out in Halifax. Beautiful city, by the way. You're from there, invite me sometime. Um, but base Stadacona, I was there doing a drug rehab in the military. I was in the military doing a drug rehab. I was like third year in, rookie, pretty much, right? But I'm doing a drug rehab because I got busted for smoking a joint. Somebody ratted me out. I pissed dirty. He also said I was a drug dealer, which I wasn't. I had no money at the time. What I did do though was I dated a girl, fell in love with a girl that was a nurse, University of New Brunswick, Fredericton College, right? Fredericton in Fredericton. She's from there. She knew everybody. It was easy for me to get anything I wanted. So I became popular very quickly. You want something? Let's get it together. It's cheaper that way. People get jealous, man. And I loved that train for a moment until I realized, people's jealousy was like, oh, it hurts, man. It hurts. That's why now still even I'm so friggin' to myself. I can't trust anybody from those days still. But anyways, this guy who preached honesty, loyalty, Charles Cavan, if you're out there, how you doing, buddy? Still coming for you. But anyways, he preached honesty, loyalty. He used to be a BJJ instructor. Like everybody looked up to him. Um, but the biggest piece of shit there is, he ratted me out before my court martial comes because he probably thought I was just going to plead guilty. I'm like, forget that. I know I'm not a dealer. So I fought it. And the great thing about the military was if you know, you know, like they had to get me the counsel I wanted. They had to pay for the counsel I wanted. So I found the best military slash civilian lawyer. They handled like cases that were way above mine. Murder trials, fucking cocaine, crazy, crazy laundry, like you name it. Anyways, I ended up beating the trial. Long story short, it was hell. I lost like 30 pounds. All my friends in the military, everybody thought I was a piece of shit. Rightfully so. Whatever. Nobody wants to get uh, wants to be with a drug dealer. But whatever. Like, because they thought, oh, I'm gonna get busted too, because I like smoking joints or I like doing this, I like doing that. So if I'm hanging out with him, they're gonna think the same thing about me. Whatever, right? But I learned a lot from that. But base Stadacona, there's a unique house on that base, and it's right in the middle of the base, a big house, like almost like a mansion. And for every like 6 weeks or so, there's a bunch of new dudes, guys, girls, whatever, in plain clothes, living in that house. At the time I was there was 8 of us, and they're all from different bases around Canada, and they all got fucked up somehow with some kind of addiction, right? So full circle to the guy I meet. He's a Navy officer, been in the Navy for like 15 years, and I thought I knew about addictions. I thought I knew drug addiction. I thought I grew up in Toronto. I kind of seen it all. I thought gambling, I'll tell you right now, gambling is the absolute worst. Gambling will destroy families, friends, loved ones, yourself. The stories he told me is incredible. So when I see gambling in commercials for hockey games, things that kids watch, football games everywhere, gambling. Their favorite creators are gamblers and this and that. And they're given money. You can't see the floor here, but I'm dropping paint everywhere. This is ridiculous. And I've kind of decided I'm in a backwards world right here. Like, how did this happen? How are we allowing this? Right? No, nobody sees this, right? Like gambling is like a cool thing. Like, if you would have seen what I saw and heard the stories I heard, and he wasn't the only, I was the only one there for drugs. It was mostly alcoholics and gamblers were the worst. Oh my God, the stories they had were insane. And I never got into gambling. I have a few friends that gamble, and I see them killing their lives. I had a big dispute, whatever you want to call it, with a friend of mine who gambles a lot because I charged him a price for helping his shoulder, physiotherapy kind of stuff. And I gave him a deal because the time he came before to train with me, it was all about muscle building and stuff. So I gave him everything I needed to know, charged him 2 grand. He works out every day with me. I train him every day, 7 days a week, full month program. Every day he's not like training the same. He's doing some physio or, mobility stuff. He's, learning how to take care of his body. He's learning how to, do breathing techniques, everything like that that's going to help with recovery and help with muscle building, help with fascia, help with expanding lung cages and rib cages and stuff like that. Anyways, uh, yeah, this guy told me a story, man, and I'll never forget it. But just the way he described the fact that he lost his house. He went into work one day. He thought he was an hour late. He was just at the casino. He was a day and an hour late. A day and an hour, right? He spent all day. He got up one morning before work and he fucking gambled his whole life away. His wife, his family, everything they had, he gambled away. In that 27, 28, I didn't ask him exactly what time he woke up and went gambling, but he thought he was only there for that few hours, but he was there for a whole day in those few hours. Um, he told me this story about him about to off himself, kill himself, the shotgun. He says, man, I got this shotgun. I never put it on safe. It's just one thing I take. I go out because he lived in Quebec. He's a French guy. He lived somewhere. He had some horror stories about French Air France crash off the coast of Newfoundland where he's taking body parts out of the water and stuff like that. Like he's been through a lot. But this gambling story, he knows he's losing his wife. He's got a daughter and he just wants to off himself. He can't take the pain no more. He can't stand how she looks at him in disappointment. It just kills him. And I want to cry just thinking about this. But he's telling me the story, and he's like, I got the gun off safe. It's a shotgun, so it's really hard to find the trigger. It's a long barrel, so he had a string and everything attached, and he checked it out without the bullets in it. Where it would pull the trigger, everything's good. Put the rounds in, the shells in, perfect. Goes behind. Nobody's home. Everything's good. Nobody's supposed to be home for like the weekend. Perfect. Goes behind his bush. He's going to be, hopefully like his parents, nobody finds him, whatever they find him. If they do, it's not going to be, whatever. He's just like, whatever. At that time, he doesn't care. He just wants to get out of this world because he feels like everybody else would be better without him. Neil Leon, here you go, buddy. Thank you for coming. Everybody else would be better without him. Fernando, how you doing, buddy? I got to get through this story because I could venture off. And he goes, um, he pulled the trigger. It didn't go off. The safety was on. He had the guts to pull the trigger, though. He killed himself in his mind, but the safety was on. He was ready to go, right? Who knows how long he was sitting there, but the thing went, and it didn't go off. And at the moment he realized it didn't go off, and he's like, "What the fuck?" His kid turns the corner. They had forgotten something, and they had to turn back wherever they're going and come back home. And just the way he told that, man, I'll never forget it. And from that moment, he changed his life. And it was a month later that I met him in this course that we were based at Kona for, where it's like a military base, Navy military base, one of the only ones that has submarines actually in Canada, but a Navy military base. Well, I guess not the only one that has submarines because there's different coast places, but the only one that like stores submarines there. There are a bunch of submarines all the time are there. But yeah, and it's so weird. That freaking place was so weird because everybody knows who's on that base. That if you're walking there, you're with like you're doing classes. You're learning about group therapy. You're doing one-on-ones. You're doing the whole therapy thing, right? I don't know if you guys have done that, but it's quite interesting. But you got to put your effort in. You can't just go there like, I went there at the beginning, being like, this will help my trial. If by whatever chance, they do bust me, probably for possession, because I was like, man, I'll go to jail for, I was still looking at a year. But if I'm like, I got a problem, I smoke weed a lot, blah, 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 they might give me less time if I worked on it, right? Went to this base Daytona program. So, yeah, anyways, Neilion, are you here? Oh, accepted. So that was, yeah. So this is a painting kind of depicting some of that ideas of this world being like, what? Why is gambling so popular? Why am I seeing so many people? And yeah, you're going to see some people, oh, I won this, I won that. It looks very appealing. Everybody wants money. Everybody's broke. But you're not going to win. There's a reason why gambling is so popular. There's a reason why these people are like, like there's a reason, and it's destroying lives, and it's the lives that are destroyed that you don't hear about, right? You don't hear about the lives that are destroyed. You hear about the guys that won 10 grand on a lucky couple picks, and it's so easy. Of course those guys were going to win. Of course that guy was going to score that many points. Of course that, whatever. And it's just, I see the kids now, they're growing up, and you think the kids aren't seeing it. They're iPad kids now. These kids do not go outside anymore. So many of them are just sitting on their phones and seeing everything. They know way more about the world than we do. So if we're seeing a lot of gambling just on TV or whatever on our apps, and seeing our creators push that, like the creators that kind of normally the kids watch are pushing that, well, it's not good, man. It's not good. Let's see what this painting turns into. Are you there, Neil?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Doing all right. Doing all right.
Sorry, man. Thanks for waiting up. I know it's late for you there, or early, I should say.
That's
But
okay.
what have you been up to? How's everything? How's your day?
They was okay. It's starting to get a little bit warm out here. Even though I'm a big fan of the winter, it's starting to clear up a little bit. And
Tell everybody where you're from.
oh, I'm from Ohio, Cincinnati. You know what I'm saying?
My Bengals,
Born and
baby.
raised here.
My Bengals. Joe Burrow, baby.
Joe,
Ice cold,
Joe,
ice cold. Joe Burrow. I don't think Jamar
Joe
Chase is staying though.
Burr.
Joe Burrow.
I can't
Joe
even do that,
Chili.
Joe.
Joe Burrow, Chili. It's my boy.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? We know him from I think we only two, I think it's three things we know him for. We know him for a gold star chili, or chili,
You got some chili
and
over there? I want some
some
chili, man.
chili, gold star chili.
I need some chili.
And then probably or like probably the history of our
Oh,
football team being trash.
he's from there, right? He's from there? Ohio?
Who, Joe Burrow?
Yeah.
I have no clue.
Yeah, I think
I
he is.
have,
I think that's why he wanted to play there, because he's like an Ohio kid. I'm not sure if
I
he's
think
from
so.
Cincinnati, but
He might be from Cleveland or something. He might
yeah.
be from that
Boo.
area.
Actually, I don't mind. I don't mind anybody. I don't mind anybody in the
Step
AFC
up.
North unless they're the Steelers. Unless they're the Steelers. I was rooting for the Ravens. I was rooting for Lamar Jackson. My buddy's like huge Ravens fan. Has been his whole life. So I was rooting for Lamar, but you know, I don't know.
Oh yeah, Lamar Jackson pretty good too.
He's fucking yeah. I'd say so. I'd say so. Let's see what I got so far over here. I just
Yeah,
did a
yeah. Let's
little.
see what the pain going. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what's going on.
What are you talking like that for? You fucking clown. You're clowning me on my own show, man. It's not fucking cool. Do I talk like that? Like a fucking old white
Like a
guy?
super villain.
I fucking I should be on a.
Now, how
Yeah,
was your day?
I
Talk
have
to
some.
me about your
Some
day.
my day was good, man. My day was good. Got some
Okay.
clients, had some good workouts, showed them the, I call it the Santo Bada. It's a Tabata
Hmm.
style. It's just a workout that I've always liked I always like to use timers for training because keeps people like honest because I'm a big believer in time under tension, making sure like, because I've always seen so many people get workout plans and like it says like 3 times 10 and their 10 reps are just abysmal. Ten's done. You know what I mean? Like no tempo, no, no anything went through that. So I always went with like, oh, you got to do it for 30 seconds or 40 seconds or, like just, it's not, you're not going to get it as quick as you want or as slow as you want or whatever to get to 10 as easy as you can do it. Right. So, now I created this Santo Bada, which is based off the Japanese Tabata system, which is 20 seconds of heavy, heavy, as much as you can go, and then 10 seconds of rest. Except I took away the 10 seconds of rest and made it more of a bodybuilder rest, like 45 seconds to 2 minutes, depending on the weights and stuff or the exercises, and your kind of personal fitness level. But so I showed them the program. They fucking loved it. Everybody walked away with some crazy arm pumps, and it's no better fucking feeling as a trainer when your clients leave your house just happy about how their arms and shit look. So like, I'm on to something here. I'm on to something. But yeah, it's 12 reps. If you get 12 reps in 20 seconds, you're doing what I consider the best tempo. Now, you might not get 12, you might get 10, might get 8, because maybe the weight's too heavy, whatever. But 12 is perfect, right? And if you do that 20 seconds, give yourself a 45-second rest, do it again, do that 4 times. So after the fourth time, you do a drop set. So that same weight you did for 12, you drop it, half the weight or whatever, burn it out. Do like as many as you can till you fucking can't feel it with the muscle anymore. It's just pump, like burning. And then that's it. Go to the next exercise. There's 6 exercises per workout. You're done in 36 minutes, that style. And it's going to change the world. Not just these pain things, that workout style too. Santo Bada. You'll hear about it. 10 years maybe.
Nah, no, too. Hey, that's some truth to what you said. There is a big difference between doing. So I typically when I did conditioning back in the day, our coach used to make us do the slowest 10 push-ups, and it used to be the hardest, right? We had to go up slow and down slow.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they first he said everybody do 10 push-ups, and of course everybody doing them fast and quick, 10
Yeah,
push-ups.
yeah. Yeah,
But
yeah.
as soon as he said, okay, now do them slow, and we said, all right, that's cool. And we did them, and it was the longest 10 push-ups ever. So we just going down slow and up slow, and it works as our bicep muscles, and it was hard.
Man,
That's
when
one
you're
of the
doing
hardest things.
when you're doing body weight stuff and you're adding like that kind of tempo, when you're slowing it down and kind of that's great, right? That's great. That's one of the things like I'll do that for like somebody's getting really easy pull-ups or something where you can't change the weights, push-ups. You can't change your body's weight like off the bat, right? Unless you're putting weights on your back or whatever. Add a couple balloons to you, some helium balloons, but you can't change the weight like you can on dumbbells or whatever, right? So it's like if you get good at push-ups, you're always going to be good at push-ups as long as you keep your fitness level good. So you can do 10 quickly. But if you got 10 to do in 1 minute, adds a little bit of skill to that now, right? That makes it a little bit more challenging. I just realized I probably messed up this painting, but it's okay. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going and figure this out because what's white, what's supposed to be white is now black in a couple areas, but it's okay. I think.
Did you work on it off live, or this is your first time working on it when you came back on live?
No, I didn't work on it off live. What I actually did was I created another one. So I got another one lined up for tomorrow's live that I'm gonna do. So that's why I want to finish this one. Like if I don't finish this one, that's fine. Um, but I want to get as much of it. Like it won't be done anyways, even if I do finish on live and show it to you guys so you can see what it is. I want to get it there. I think I could do it tonight or on this live, anyways. But um, hey G, hey G, come say hi. Come say hi. Do you guys see him? She's right here.
Aw.
As I reef his neck. Say hi to the people, G. Say hi to Nelion. There he is, my
I've been
boy.
seeing that dog a lot on your TikTok. So cute.
He's the best, man. He's honestly the best. Nothing but love. He's never anything other than just the best. Bulldogs, I strongly suggest everybody gets a bulldog at one time of their life. They teach you nothing but love. It's all they have in their hearts. It's just so incredible.
So what's the next painting? Is that a surprise?
Um, do I have it somewhere here where you could see it? Yeah, it's another surprise. It's not going to be, even if I showed it to you, it's just going to be a bunch of squiggly lines on the board until I fill them in, right? Same as this, but it's a really it's if I think most people will like this one, but it's something that I don't know. I think will blow. I think as I go, each one's going to get a little bit more um, mind bending and mind blowing as I kind of get into this project a little bit more. And I don't want to toot my own horn, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I finally think I found something that I feel comfortable showing the world, and not just things that like these that I was happy with. Like these are happy, like, but they're known. They're like, they're paintings that are not anything I find really um, groundbreaking. I think art is supposed to tell a story, maybe have a little bit of cultural impact. None of these have that, I don't think. Well, they don't feel like it to me, anyways. So I like them, but they're not doing it for me. So I want to get these walls filled with my new style now.
Well, here's my take on that. It's really not tooting your own horn. It's just you being confident in your profession. And far as in having your paintings having a cultural impact, every one of those, probably like maybe like 30% of those paintings that you just shown, you know, was a historical event somewhere. So like that, like or not even a historical event, but it has a meaning, right? When it comes to impact, I feel like it doesn't have to be authentic to be an impact. I feel like um anything that represents the world culture-wise, I feel like is an impact in themselves. So I ain't gonna lie. I don't think you would know because in your perspective, when anybody does like if I'm doing something like if I'm drawing or I'm doing math or any type of anything, right? And I see it, I don't really see it as my best work, but somebody can come over and be like, man, that's the best. So you wouldn't really know because it's just from your perspective. Like
That's right,
again, like
man.
what I'm
That's what I
saying?
love. That's what I love about art too. It's so subjective, and it's so somebody's gonna look at something and be like, "That is, well, how's that art?" And then somebody else is gonna be like, "That is so amazing," right? It hits different. And that's what I love about art. I've always loved that. It's just for me. I just have to have this feeling. There's got to be a feeling to it that I've been missing for years, and I can't even remember. I can't tell you the last time I've had this feeling. Maybe when I first started doing art, when I first started feeling like I was creating something. I know those other pieces. You are right. There's some that are very historical, and some that are there like that first kiss off the boat, World War II, and they're very meaningful. But it's like I don't know. I put my own I won't put my own touch on them, which is cool. A lot of artists do that, but I feel like I'm past that now. It's like a lot of artists start off by copying, making your style, but copying other things, and that's great. But I feel there's a certain point where you got to like break free from that and create your own. And I was never feeling like I was getting there, but I was feeling like that's where I needed to be to feel exactly what I'm feeling now, which is hard. It's crazy saying that because I didn't think I'd ever get here.
Well, you did. Hey, somebody in the chat asked an art question. I'm gonna let you answer that because I don't, I don't know too much about art.
Yeah. What is it?
Jake from Canada. Uh,
At least it's not Jake
she's
from
asking.
Allstate.
I knew you was gonna say
Get
that. I know.
Jake,
I
I
thought you was gonna
appreciate you, buddy.
say
Allstate was
Jake
fucking
from State
on my
Farm.
ass because I fucking that car accident. Hit and run. Found me. Yeah, what's he asking?
Oh, I think it's a she. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. I think it's a female. She was asking the art style and the core cool ink. I don't really know too much about it.
Let me read it. Sorry about that, Jackwell or whatever. Let me see what your name is. Neon doesn't know how to do anything over here. I'm just kidding. Do you use different mediums with this style? No, I just use acrylic. Acrylic with the style, black and matte. It has to be matte. I started with gloss and I got into different glosses and you could tell the different sheen levels and it drove me nuts. So I just pick a high end. Benjamin Moore, I find is pretty good. They have a beauty tone that comes in a base black matte, and that's what I like to use. But good question. Thank you. Jake Q.
I'm trying to see because I was able to pen before, but it's not letting me do it unless I don't have it on this account.
Maybe it's because I made one of your accounts an admin. Maybe it's the other account I made an admin. I got to make this one an admin too. How many accounts you got?
I got
He's just
two
trolling
accounts.
people. He's just trolling accounts and shit. Just fucking,
Say that.
just creeping on people. Just Neil Young's creep accounts. I can never understand.
Yeah.
He puts on his creep voice and just fucking and his creep laugh. Let's talk about some more, crime shit. CSI.
CSI.
What don't I like about it? What is the stuff that I kind of don't like about it? Like, it just doesn't appeal to me. Do you remember?
Do I remember? I think it.
For everybody who don't know, if you're just joining us, Neil Young loves crime shows. He just loves crime shows, and he's trying to convince me.
Yeah, I love
He
them.
was trying to convince me to love them too, because I think we want to watch them together. But I'm not going to watch crime shows. I'm not really that interested in them. And the reason is because I don't care. I don't care that they dust these things for fingerprints and they go over here and do that and this, because it doesn't bother me. I'll figure it out. If I'm going to do a crime, I'll be untouchable. But
So you would be the best with
I
the team.
said, yeah, I said something, which was pretty funny, and I didn't think he'd catch it. But I said, I don't need to know. I don't care if, Black Light sees, jizz on the ceiling. And we started cracking up because he did catch it. Oh, man. But yeah, not really that, into it. But you know what, man? I love you so much. I will sit there and watch it with you. That's what I'll do for you.
Hey, I
I will
appreciate it.
fucking Netflix and chill the fucking shit out of that.
Nah, it's really. I'm saying. See, look. See what I'm saying? It's really not Netflix. It's really because I'm saying like there's different like
Okay, tell me.
huh?
Tell me. What is it?
So there are a lot of different people covering actual like
Oh, let me interrupt you
crimes
one sec. Let me
that's
interrupt
happening.
you 1 sec. Because one thing, what I was thinking about when you first started going with that, because I think we were talking about gaming, VR, and then you got into that. I was thinking about those VR games that you go around houses and shit and you solve crimes. You know how there's VR games like that? Is there VR games like that? I think there are, where you like, maybe there's
Investigate
not. I don't
crimes.
know. Is there games like that? That's what I was thought you're talking about. Like, do you want to play a game where we're fucking like figuring out crimes and shit?
That would be
Or
cool, actually. I think I can find a game like that, but it might be a game on Oculus that's like that.
check it out.
Somebody,
And if for
JJ
you that don't
said,
know, I kick his ass in basketball on VR all the time.
You was a damn
His character is 10 feet tall. Okay, so I'm a 5'10", 5'10" and a half. You know what I'm saying? My
no,
height character.
maybe like 4'11" on there. Yeah, maybe like 4'11", 4'10", something like that. You know,
Get out of here.
5'10" is a stretch.
Get out.
5'11" is a stretch.
Get out of here, man. I'm like 5'13". All right, leave me alone.
Five. Whew, you stretching now. 5'13". It's a little. Add a little bit of inch to it, huh? 5'13".
Told you, man. Next time I'm on VR, I'm wearing the stilts.
When the stilts, man, I'm gonna cross you out them stilts. You're gonna be falling on the floor by the time I'm done. Just hit you with the AR crossover. Woo!
I'm wearing
JJ
stilts.
said.
You can't do
JJ
that.
said, "Hello, friend. Have a nice day. Can we make friends? I will always support you."
Absolutely. Support for support. I love it. Support is what we need. We need more of that. Absolutely. Give me a follow. I'll follow you
Support.
back. I'll follow you back, and try to catch me on lives and stuff, and we'll do supporting and get this going because we don't like that gambling's being pushed on kids. We don't like that the world's falling apart and people are idiots, and we don't like that Neil Young could be 10 feet tall in a game. It just sucks. This shit just sucks. It's not fair. You know?
You know. I'm glad I'm
Yeah,
not
you know?
11 and a half. You know what I'm saying? Just walking around and
4'11", but thick, dog. Thick down below. So I don't care. You should see two skinny legs, but you see the middle one. You know what I'm saying? Where's my no leg day bros? Right here. I'm coming with you. We'll do our things. Makes it look bigger. Makes it look bigger. Don't train legs. It makes it look bigger. Don't train legs, baby. Don't even need to bring out that measuring tape. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. It's okay. What do you estimate? What do you estimate? Now it's longer than that.
whew. Nah, you funny. You got some jokes.
Now I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. I was going to
You
do
got
this and
some.
like pass out nicely. Now I'm just going to be joking in my mind all night. That's all
Man,
good.
you got
That's all
some.
good. Don't even come with the measuring tape. You don't need it. What do you estimate? Look at these legs. Look at his legs, skinny. It's thick, though, no? Yo, I'm gonna get banned off this thing. I think we got to keep it like low key.
Nah, I don't
Innuendo.
think they catching you. I think they'll give you a warning in that chat that if they catch you saying anything crazy.
Yeah, we won't do it. We'll just, keep it really low key, smart shit. Figure it
I'm
out.
curious, what is that pain in the back? I like that pain in the back.
That is
The
my
one with
friend.
the
That is this guy.
no, the other one. All the way to the right. Next one.
That
Right
one?
there with the girl, I think. Yeah.
Well, that's the one I was telling you about. The famous kiss off the World War II boat when they come to Times Square. I'll give a better look here.
That's actually amazing. I like how that look.
Give me a second here. Get a better view of it when you're right up in front of it.
Those are some awesome paintings though, man. You gotta really understand your talents though.
So you kind of see what it is. The guy's like, this is a nurse, right?
Yeah.
This is a nurse right off the boat. This is Times Square behind. He's kind of grabbed her. It's kind of like a Me Too thing though, because she didn't even know him. He just grabs this woman and just fucking lays a kiss on her, and it was like a photo of like freedom, freedom. This girl's not free.
Freedom.
She just got grabbed by a dude and kissed, forcefully
A
kissed.
random guy, and it was labeled freedom. Freedom.
Yeah, fucking ridiculous. But it was a famous picture, right? And I got
Yeah.
I got a lot of shit online from it actually. I posted it in a painting group, and I didn't tag the artist who died like 80 years ago. I didn't tag him. So I had to like make this whole thing up about, I didn't make it up, but it was like, I had to be like, oh, Yeah, I should have tagged them, and I'm not going to do that anymore. Like I will tag the artists, even though they died a million years ago. But it's I'm just trying to like show some support to that style. They're just giving my own style on that art on the photograph, right? Which is
Yeah.
what you should do. Which is what you should do. So I'm not joking on
Mm.
that. But
Honestly, I
yeah, they
see
they
a
chewed me.
few in
They chewed
there.
me. They chewed me up, man. They
They
chewed me up.
did?
Oh
Really?
yeah, they chewed me up. I had to use ChatGPT to get me out of it. I go, ChatGPT, how the fuck am I going to answer these people? Gave me a great answer. And then everybody was like, oh yeah, that's good. It's more along the lines of like, um, I am doing kind of, I don't even know, just kind of like giving the artwork my perspective on it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But anyways,
No,
it
that's
kind of,
insane. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen. That's what I'm saying. Like, I've been to the. I haven't been to the museum in like probably like maybe a year. And when I was there, this kind of tags along your point you was making the other before I came here. No, I was here. About how everybody is so attached to the phones. I went to the museum, and every time I go out, either with somebody or outside, I either use my phone for either music or communication. I don't really be on it while I'm outside. Like I completely stray away from doing that. Right. Um, so when I was at the museum, I seen a whole bunch of older folks, teens, on their phones at the museum. I'm like, oh man, like
right,
in my
right.
head, I'm like, man, that is insane. Because it's like, and it's crazy because we're so focused on capturing the moment on their phones, we're not even in the moment ourselves. It's like we're missing the moment and trying to
Telling you,
capture it at the
I'm
same
telling
time.
you, I'm telling you, it's fucked. This world is, yeah, yeah. There's got to be something that's got to be done, man. I think, as soon as they started taking away extracurriculars for kids in a lot of the schools, like I see kids now, like I've never seen this before. I've been training kids for like 25, 30 years almost. And I see this now where kids are coming in and they don't even know how to run correctly. They don't even know, they've never sweated before. They've like, it's crazy, really is. And they've got all these medications they're on because, and I strongly think they're on a lot of these meds, ADHD meds and stuff because they haven't been put in sports. They haven't been, their minds haven't been accustomed to, having that kind of, that kind of training. You know what I mean? So it's like they're overwhelmed by everything that's going on. They haven't, breathed heavy and done a fun sport and got their, minds kind of relaxed in that way where you feel accomplished. They're getting their accomplishments or that feeling from these things that aren't doing anything for you, right? That are just you're sitting there doing nothing, eating, or um, watching a show. That's how the dopamine gets fixed. You're not getting it from any kind of real effort, right? That our bodies need. Our bodies are made. I've always said this to be slaves. All the things that are good for our bodies are the things that slaves do. Digging, shoveling, pickaxing, those are all amazing things for our bodies to do. But we look at it now like you're a slave or, that's heavy labor or that's bad to do for people. But that's the things that make us the fittest, really, right? We should look at that as like, that's why I don't have kids. Well, not the only reason, but I was like, kids would be fucking pickaxing and fixing my yard and shit all day because I'm like, this is good for your bodies. But people would be like, what are you doing to your kids, man? Why do you have your kids like working 24/7? It's like you don't even live on a farm. It's like that's how kids are supposed to work. That's how they were back in the day. That's how their strongest men are made when their kids work like that, you know? But we lost
Fine.
that. And, they're going to put me in jail if I run my philosophies about how to raise kids. I was raised like that. My dad was an asshole, but that's a story for another day. But yeah, he had his own ways of doing things. But that was more along the lines of, you better fucking win this game or else we're gonna knock you out. Yeah, it wasn't fun. But he tried his best. He didn't have a father. We're I had to break this bloodline of fatherless fathers is what I called it. Fatherless fathers, because his father left. His father's father wasn't around. His father's father's father, I found out, wasn't around. And he was the only guy that, you know, like try to be around, but he just didn't know what to do. And he just ended up fucking just throwing it away by beating his kids. Me and my brother too. Like I got a lot of it. My brother had to see a lot of it, so that's even worse, I think, because he was growing up like on eggshells. I actually try to fight back. I try to work out. I try to get bigger than him. I respected him because he was my father and he was a bigger guy. That's what got me into bodybuilding. But I hated how he treated my mom. I hated how he treated other people. Always wanted to fight. Always wanted to yell. Always put his like trying to win conversations with yelling. And then I found myself doing that to my brother and then to other people. And I'm like, I cannot bring a kid into this world. I got to fix myself. And it took a long time. I finally think I'm there, but I'm not having kids now. You know what I mean? It's just now I'm just trying to help as many people as I can, help as many kids as I can, and teach as many people as I can to just be more mindful and be more humble and more kind of in control of their emotions. Because my dad was not. He would freak out. I remember one time we were driving downtown Toronto when a guy on a bike like hit his mirror. Didn't even do anything wrong to his mirror. Just going in between cars in Toronto. He's a bike courier. Just tapped his mirror. My dad lost it. Got out of the car, tackled him in the middle of the road, downtown Toronto. All the cars stopped. I am so embarrassed. I put my head under. I don't know what happens. He's just attacks this guy, this poor bike guy, courier guy that happened to hit the wrong guy's mirror that day. And gets back in the car, fuming, just nonstop yelling. And then it was my problem. You shut the fucking bin. And maybe I was late. We wouldn't have been at that certain spot at that certain time if I had my shit on time, whatever. It was always blamed on me or my mom, depending who was closer to him when he fucked up, right? When he does something. So it's just, and he never took responsibility for anything. And it's like, almost like I'm like, I love him for that because it's like, Dad, you were great, man. You taught me exactly how not to be. You know what I mean? How not to be. I had him up here a little while ago. He actually got me painting, right? He's the one who got me into this. I found a crazy artist, amazing artist. I was working at 8 years old, working at these beautiful houses, stressed the hell out because I'm painting something that if I screw it up or I drop paint or anything, it's like, it's worth more than our whole lives, whatever I screwed up. You know what I mean? Because these houses he has his cousin was a gay hairdresser, my dad's cousin Sam, and then he passed away. But his boyfriend was one of the biggest decorators in Toronto, and and my dad was his painter. And my dad took me around to all these big mansions in Toronto, Bridle Path, and we did murals. And I was into just, he'd sit me I'd do the stair rails, all the shit that took for, I would be in the bathrooms, in the cabinets, painting, like straight painting, taping shit off, just doing the labor kind of work for the painters do, right? And yeah, it's pretty crazy thinking about it that I was like working at that young of an age, painting and with that much stress on me at that young of an age. And I wonder why I didn't know how to breathe properly. And I'm just learning how to breathe now. I'm not just learning, like I've been on this road for a long time. Once I understood, like I was a chest breather or a trauma based breather. And that's why like I could never run that far. Like I was always gassing out and because I didn't know how to breathe through my stomach. And that's actually where I was at tonight, was at the studio where I do the yoga and the stomach breathing and stuff that I really need, but I couldn't afford it. So I ended up canceling my membership, or so I thought I canceled it. I talked to the guy, but it was a miscommunication. He never canceled it. And I thought the credit card that the membership was coming off of, I got rid of that credit card. And I was like, oh, it's canceled now. But I feel kind of embarrassed because, like I think there's another payment due or something, but I'll take care of it when I make more money. I don't make much money. I'm not really that good with money, but I will be. I hopefully one day. But anyways, I noticed when I was doing my taxes just now, I was just looking at my bank statements and everything, and my current credit card that I'm using, my only credit card that I have, that place was still billing me, and I was like, how did it find this credit card? And I went back, and it was like it was on this credit card the whole time, but the other credit card wasn't on that credit card that I thought it was, right? So I was like, well, what's going on? Like, I thought I canceled, whatever. I just went over there because this was from July and they're a bi-weekly payment place. So every 2 weeks they were charging me $62. So since July, I think it's like $600, like 10 payments or something. So it's pretty substantial cash. And I can't believe I didn't notice it. Like just putting money on it, but it's not like I make a lot. Like I just barely get by every month. But I'm lucky to have my wife that I do because she's really got the good job. She's got the good schooling, but and I promise her like I'm gonna get it back and I'll help her. I'll figure it out. I'm gonna be better. But there's so much I had to work on before I could get to that point, and I feel like I'm finally there. And I just got to keep my grind going right now. But we just talked, man, and he's like, "Oh man, he gave me a bunch of months for free, um, so I don't have to pay again until about June." So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. We talked it out, and he kind of knows that I was trying to cancel, but the fact that I didn't really message him back to say cancel, but he said, you know what, when you didn't come in, I should have just canceled it because I was talking about canceling, but he's like, you know what, you have to do another two payments because it's like how they got it set up is 30 days. Oh no, what's going on?
What happened?
Live will end. Why did it do that? I got to put a stupid puzzle piece in a puzzle. What?
Oh, verify.
Drag the puzzle piece. Well, now it's gonna fucking ban me or something because I talked about my skinny legs and makes it look bigger, Sakes. It's true. Where's my no training leg boys? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But it was a good thing, because I kind of got upset at first. I'm like, they kept billing me. How'd they get this credit card? But it was really my mistake. I should have been more upfront, like, hey, I need this canceled, and I'm not going to be coming back. And I know you're going to take two more payments out because you need 30 days notice, and they're bi-weekly payments. But I was like, oh, I'll keep coming. But I should have just canceled and kept coming. But it's okay. That's another thing I got to work on is just being more assertive with what I'm doing because just that kind of stuff with money and stuff. I'm a little too kind of free with it, I guess. Like when I go out with people, like even though I probably have the less money than everybody, I will like pay for everybody's stuff. It's really crazy. But that's why it really bothered me the other day when my buddy, who's like pretty much a millionaire, really like took offense to what I was charging him. I'm like, what? Like this is just for a month, and I charged you way more last time you trained with me, and I'm just giving you a deal, and you're making a big fuss about it. Like you spent this much that I'm charging you for a month every night at the casino when I was hanging out with you a lot, right?
Yeah. So you still thinking about it?
Yeah, I guess. I
mean, that's not no.
You know what, man? Those things happen, right? And it's kind of what brought me onto this whole kind of what's this world coming to scenario of the paintings that I'm doing, and what you talked about earlier. You know what? I'm at a point where I'm going to show it. You guys ready?
Yeah, let's see.
I think I'm done.
See what you
And you
got.
know what? And you talked about something that this painting is actually about, and it's part of the series. Now, this isn't perfect. It's not going to look much better on camera than what it looks now because I got to go over the painting again and again and kind of clean everything up. But I just want to get a couple spots. Let me just get a couple spots first. Give me like 1 minute to just hit a couple spots that I think will be important for me to kind of just hit. And then I'll show it to you. But yeah, how's everything going on with you today? Did you have any like good things happen, or any kind of weird things happen, or out of the blue things happen? Anything
Um, not
exciting?
Well, I had a little weird experience. I'm with a friend, so I kind of, like I told you before, I've been a big person on, men's mental health, whatever the case is, and I'm not gonna say the name or who it is, but it's just I've been there for this person, ever since the person was, struggling, whatever the case is, and this person he knew my race. He knew who I was, right? And we were talking, and
What do you mean? What do you mean? What he knew your what? Your race?
he knew my race. He knew my ethnicity. He knew I was
Like,
black.
what do you mean? What do you mean? You're black. What are you talking about? I'm just kidding. I got you, dog. Okay. Keep going. Sorry.
He's drunk. Now you good. I was like, what? He's like, what do you mean? Like, what? You're black?
I can't be talking to you. I can't be
Like,
talking to you. My wife finds
man.
out I'm talking to you. She doesn't want to sit with you. Get away from me. I'm just kidding.
Nah, you go. But yeah, though. So he knows that, and for some reason he felt comfortable blatantly kind of saying the word, right? He said the word, and it wasn't no hesitation. He didn't like stop on it. He didn't really, it wasn't no hesitation. He just said it, right? So
Right.
I had that happen to me before, but at the same time, it threw me off for the night. Because it was like, if we're gonna be cool and I'm there for you and I'm doing all these things, why would you kind of just blatantly say that? At the same
Right.
time,
Right.
at a certain point, I wouldn't care if we knew each other for a couple of months. I'd probably just laugh about it, right? I'm not that type of person to take it too deep, but for you to know my race and just blatantly say that, I just felt a blatant disrespect in a way. It's like,
And he
man,
was saying
we supposed to
it
be
like he was
cool.
saying it to like how was he saying it? Like he was saying it just because like he
So
was like in a bad way to somebody else, or it's
yeah,
like, or was he
it was
saying
to
it to like
somebody
yo
else.
like yo my brother like that kind of way
Nah,
or
it was
oh
no,
I
no,
hear
no.
you. Yeah. I hear you.
He was like,
That's
"Come
awesome.
on," you know what I'm saying? It was like, it was like that. It was like, "Come on," you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
I was like, I addressed it. I'm like, "Yo, like, I'm black, right?" He was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I'm like,
How
if
can he say
we
that if he knows you're black? Like, yeah, I
that's
know
what I'm
that. Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
But at the
yeah, yeah.
same man, but at the
But you know he
same
says it. You
time,
know he says it often, and he thinks that. That's the problem, right?
that's what man. Oh my, bro. We got the same mind. I literally asked him. I say, okay. I said, ain't no animosity, right? Like, cause what you want to do in life is any conflict comes your way, whether if it's bothering you or not, you want to show it with love. So I said, okay, cool. I said, no animosity. I'm just curious. It kind of just threw me off. I said, so do you be saying this on a regular? He said, no. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If he
Cause he
says it
said it
to,
so
if he says
clear. It
it
was
to,
like,
yeah, is like R is in there and fucking. He's been saying it for years. It's like perfectly pronounced, you know.
perfect. It wasn't no hesitation.
Yeah.
It wasn't no
Fuckers.
reconciliation, no
Yeah.
redemption, no.
No, like, oh my God, I let it slip either. Like it's like it
Yeah,
comes
like it
out
wasn't no
easy.
like
Comes out
That's why
easy.
that's why I asked him. I said,
Yo, you got him so fooled that you were a white dude, like that he
yeah,
was
that's
so
what I'm
comfortable. He
saying.
was
That's
so
what I'm
comfortable
saying.
with you. He was so
Oh
comfortable with
my
you.
gosh.
That's what he says, man. Yeah, no, I'd
Then that's when I
cut
asked him.
that off. Cut
I
that off.
say, bro, like I say, have you seen like my social medias before? I'm like, have you like seen my TikTok, whatever the case is? He's like, no, why? And I say like, oh, okay, I'm just making sure because I'm black, right? And he was like, yeah, I know. And I'm like, that's very interesting. And I got off the phone with him probably like 2 hours ago, and I'm like, come on, like it just threw me off. So I'm kind of deciding if I want to associate myself with him because the first time I did was for mental health purposes, right? It was like, okay, I'm here for you. It was going through a lot. And it's like, dang, bro, it's like, I don't know, like it kind of hurt. Cause why you just saying that so clearly and no type of
Yeah, no,
hesitation?
that's not good, man. That's uh, a fool. He's a fool. No, don't give him any more time and no more thoughts even. But do you see the painting? Do you see anything
Oh,
in it?
yeah, I see it. Let me see. I gotta put my brightness up. Hold on, I got my glasses. I gotta wipe my glasses off. I gotta
Yeah,
smudge
put
my
your
glasses
brightness up.
off.
What are you?
My
Yeah,
brightness, my
let me know if you know what it is. It might be hard
let
to
me
see because it's
see.
not all black. It's not black, thick black. It's still like a lot of the black is like gray toned.
I have an idea of what it could be. Let me see. Mm, it reminds me of like, okay, so like picturing
This is a nose. This is a
a
hoodie.
nose,
This is
a
a
hoodie.
hand holding a phone and a chain.
Okay.
This is a shoe.
Oh, why you didn't let me guess it? Why you tell
Cause,
me?
cause I don't know.
Let me see. Oh, I see it.
He's in jail to his phone.
Oh, I see it. Oh, that's nice. That's
I
nice.
gotta I gotta still finish it, but that's it, guys.
That's nice.
That's it for tonight. I hope you
Yeah.
enjoyed our talks and hangout. And I'm gonna finish this up and get it all cleaned up because if I come close to it, it really looks garbage. But at this point,
I wouldn't say
it's
that,
not
but
gonna look like any better really if I cleaned it up like just right now. It's just those kind of perspective, just to kind of how you see it, how you look at it. Once you see it, you get it. It's one of those art pieces, right?
mm, how you do like the shadow how do you do that? Like how do you like the shadow, like you see how the hand is kind of like got that shadow. Do you like scribble in a certain, like I don't know, like I that to me that's very that's talented to me, like
Well,
to be able to create a shadow like that.
these are the first pieces that helped me with that. The military ones. The military ones were the first ones that helped me with the shadows to make the shapes, right? And
Yeah.
that's what really got me into like, oh man, you don't even up close, it doesn't look like anything, but you back up, it's so detailed. And then that one there, right? The female, the with all the the lines that outline her body,
Hmm.
and then it came to that one, and then that got me into the idea for the chain and the kid on the phone in jail.
Man, what time did you come home? Or did
12,
you just
12-ish.
Oh, 12?
Yeah, what time is it now? Well, 2 o'clock your time, 2 a.m.
Oh,
Your
okay,
time.
okay, 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 okay. Okay.
Does it
No,
look
that's a
better
nice
now? Does it
thing.
look better now that the light's not on it? You guys see that? But yeah,
Let me
that's it.
see. No, it looks good, brother. It look
Hey,
good.
thanks, man. And yeah, I'm gonna
I
work on
like
it and
it.
get that done. And then I got another one I'm gonna do tomorrow for us. So we'll be back on tomorrow night. Thanks everybody who may have watched and joined and saw everything. But the painting is done as far as for the TikTok. Thanks, Neil. Appreciate you, man. Love you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Love you too, brother.
And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.
Yeah.